Hello, welcome back guys, welcome back to TF Custom Shaving Brushes Workshop. How are we all doing today? I hope you're all very well. I'm doing okay today, having a good day. You'll see I've got something else in the lathe here, so we're just going to play around shaping up another handle tonight. And we might put a nice synthetic, set it up with a nice synthetic. I didn't bring the other handle out that I turned the other night. When was it? On Tuesday night. I didn't bring it out into the workshop with me, it's inside the house. But I did put some pictures up on both Facebook and Instagram, so you'll get to see it in there. I just had to go over the sanding again, and once I went over the sanding, I was happy enough with it. Gave it another light buff, polished her up, and she came up pretty good. She is still fairly dark though, but the minute you get any light behind it, even in daylight, when you see it in the daylight, you get all those colours coming through in the base of the handle. So it's quite nice actually, it's quite a nice effect. It just looks like a dark coloured handle when you first see it, but then once you get the light in it, it just opens up, you know. Anyway, let me get the chat and everything sorted out, and we can take things from there, Grey Dog, good morning to you, mate. How are you? You're just waiting on the sun rising, and we're going into darkness. Good. Brett's all good. Razor's all good. Yeah, pitch dark in South Australia. It's pitch dark here in Queensland too, which is at the other side. Yeah, I had a shave. When the other day, Wednesday, yesterday. I had a shave because I always have a shave when I go to SES. SES is group night on a Wednesday, so they've just had some new Toyota Hiluxes and they've all been kitted out, so we had to go in and sort of rearrange the backs of them and make sure that everything was in them and in a certain place. And then we had a bit of barbecue and a get together and some brief training stuff. So yeah, it wasn't too big a night. But my big one is this coming weekend. This is when I do all my tests. So I've got my first aid test to do on Saturday, so that's an all-day thing on Saturday. And then on Sunday, I've got to participate in a rescue operation, so that's from start to finish. And all the training that we've had since January, we get tested on everything on Sunday. So again, it's a full day Sunday. So this weekend's going to be a brainstormer. But hopefully we'll be all good and we'll get through all that, and then that's basically the majority of it done. Then I've just got to do storm damage control and working at heights. I mean, I've done heights before. I used to be a workplace health and safety officer as well as a heights manager, but that was a few years ago now, so things will probably change, so I'm starting at the beginning again and going through it all again. I don't know how this sound's going. I've been playing around with the audio mixer again today, and I thought I had it all Mickey Mouse, and then I deleted it all again and started again, and I think I've got it somewhere where it's reasonable, but I think I've still got to play around with it a little bit. But we'll get there. I don't know how it's coming through to you guys, whether it's coming through nice and clear or you know, not loud enough or whatever. I also found out that the camera that I have the Rode Link wireless lapel mic hooked into, the camera was actually set for the microphone in auto gain, so that was why the noise was getting really loud. So when I stopped talking, everything else was getting really loud, and that was because the camera was actually sensing that, you know, the high level had dropped off, so then it was looking for the next level to bring that sound back in so that you didn't lose anything. But the auto gain was just a pain because you could hear the machine rising in sound every time I stopped talking. So I think that'll have been reduced now. If I stop talking now, it should just go pretty silent because there's no noise on round about me. So there you go. It's staying down nice and low the minute I stop talking. Yeah, so the music might fluctuate a little bit, but hopefully I've got the sound in that reasonable at the moment, and hopefully the clarity in it's there. But I can still play around with that because all the settings are still fairly basic at this point in time. So there's a lot we can do with it, but it's slowly, because there's too much in there for me between gates and expanders and limiters and you name it, it's in there. So and every one of them's got half a dozen controls to it. So it's way too much for me at the moment. But I think I've dulled it all down a bit, so it should be a little bit clearer and a little bit more listenable, you know. But anyway, let's see how it goes. So you can see I've got one of the other blanks that we cast some streams ago, 2 or 3 streams ago. So I thought I'd just turn one of these because it's a little bit different to the norm, and I haven't got a shape in mind at this point in time, so I think we'll just get stuck into it. We'll see what we end up with. Yeah, we'll have a play, eh? So let me just flush off the end of this blank and we'll get going. I see we've got 4 in the stream so far, so if anybody's in for the first time, or if we've got a couple of people sitting lurking in the background, if you don't mind giving us a like, and I'd also appreciate if you subscribe to the channel. It just helps me build things up, and I'll keep doing it. And you know, obviously you'll get reminded when I go live or when I post a new video up if you click the little bell down below and subscribe, and that way you'll get notified every time. And it just helps me as well. It lets me build up subscribers and it'll keep me going forward. So yeah, just subscribe and click that bell if you haven't already done so, if you don't mind. And in the meantime, we'll get cracking, eh? Yeah, this one looks quite nice. It's got a few different colours in it, so we'll see what happens once we actually break the surface and start shaping it. I think it should come up okay. There is a lighter one there that we done as well, which was the sort of opally, we put a couple of different colours in it, but there was a lot of whites in it. So that's another one that we'll probably turn at some stage. But anyway, we'll get cracking on this one. So you will get lathe noise off this because I'm standing right beside the lathe. But you'll see when my voice drops off that it's not building up as quick as what it used to before. It was one thing that I noticed when I was playing back the videos and I couldn't work it out, and that was that auto gain in the camera. So I've disabled that now, and hopefully we should be good now. So yeah, there you go, it takes it right back. So hopefully it's all good. And I can take the mic up a little bit. That's it up a little bit with my voice now. Music's probably just the difference in the tracks. So the music's probably just a little tad too low. I like it a little bit higher than that. That's probably maybe a little too high. We'll see how that goes. Oh, good. Oh, well, we've got, unless one of you guys is watching on two devices again, aye. That's a possibility too. That's maybe why we've got 4, because there's Grey Dog, there's Razor, and there's Brett, Catman. So yeah, anyway, let's get cracking, eh? We'll turn this lathe up a little bit, get a little bit of speed into it, and we'll start. Now there is a bit of there is a bit missing on the end of this blank. I can't remember if I chipped it or if it was if that's how it came out the mould. It might have been Might have been how it came out the mould actually. You can see there's a little bit of chip there, but I'm going to take it down so far and then I'll start to round the top anyway. So we'll lose most of that. But I just want to take it down. I just want to take it down nice and slowly, that's all. I don't want to go too quick. And I want to see if I can find centre as well, just sort of, I know where I'm at with it. Take that little point off in the middle there. You can certainly hear that new carbide colour's a lot sharper, right? And less pressure as you get to the centre because it's not spinning hardly. Well, it is spinning, but it's really slow in the middle, right in the middle. So don't want to apply too much pressure there. So I'll have a quick look at that and see how we're going. Yeah, we've got a lot of that out now. Probably the rest will come out when we start to round it. So I might lift the tool rest up and I'll have a quick look at that now, and we'll see how that's going to round out before I drill my hole. So I'll just take light cuts just to start with, coming from the top edge. I just want to see how much we can get away with. If I need to take a little bit more off the end, I will. Yeah, there's still a little bit of a chip there, but we're nearly there. Still not quite there yet, so I might take a little bit more off the end first. So we'll drop that tool rest back down again. It's all good, fellas, it's all good. And I think that'll probably do us. There's still a chip there. Might go a little bit more. I'll just take my time and just go nice and slow here. I'm taking a bit more off this time. Just turn that music down a touch. Just take that little bit out the middle, slowly, slowly, slowly. And I think we should be there this time, I think. Okay, that should do us. Yep, that's much better. There's a little chip there, but that'll come out once we start shaping the top of the handle. So we'll go in with a 25mm hole again. So we'll set that up, bring it in, slow the lathe down so it's not going too hard, loosen everything off. We'll just go in and start this. So nice and slowly. Okay, back to zero. Just in slightly. And I'm going to go into about 15-16mm. Take that back, and we can take that out, get rid of this for a second. So we've got 25mm hole there, we need it about 27, so if I take a mil off this side, that takes a mil off the other side, we'll end up 27. Just give that a little clean first, just so I can see the clean edge. Okay. And I'm too low with my tool rest. And we'll go to that shot there. Still a bit too low. Not much. That should do it. Just straight in, nice and level, straight in until I hit the bottom. And just across the bottom, and that should take out anything left in there. Now, just before I continue, guys, I'm just going to disable something here, because it does tend to create havoc, is my antivirus, and I forgot to turn it off before the stream. So I'll just go there and we'll go 4 hours off. Click, all good. Click, close. The music should keep playing. And I'll do the same in here as well, because I don't want the antivirus kicking in there either. So we'll just go there. In silent mode. All good. And we're done. Yummy hot chocolate. I've got my coffee here, mate. I'll need to mind and drink it before it gets cold. Okay, let's have a look at that and see if that's big enough, but I'll just have to give that just a little touch up. I quite like this blank. It's got a certain amount of transparency in it too, so it's not totally solid in colour. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So we'll try the snow leopard. We'll sit that in there and see how that sits. That's lovely. And my loft should be about 50, 53, 54. That's 53. So that was the snow leopard. So we've got choices here, and I'm thinking the lighter colours will be the ones to go with. So either the snow leopard or the cashmere with this one. That's the cashmere. We'll see how the finished blank looks though. I can still see the bottom of the hole in there as well. So, but there's, you know, it doesn't stand out because you've not got the different colours in there in the bottom of the knot. So that's the cashmere, and like I said, we've got the snow leopard, and I've also got the timber wolf, which might look okay as well, because greys normally go with black. Greys normally go with blues, and that one's a bit bigger, so that one's not going to quite go in, but that one might look okay with it. So we'll see, eh? We'll see. We'll get it turned, and then we'll see which one we think is going to go better with it, eh? How does that sound? Okay. So we've got the knot where we want it. So now we can bring this in. We can bring the tailstock back up. There might have been a little bit of purple in this one, but I think it was mainly the other three that I've got up there, which were the darker ones. They had the purple in them. Purple and the wildfire, or whatever it was called. I think this one's got a touch of wildfire in it, but I can't remember. I think I'd need to go back and look at the video. I think we used some different colours in this one. This wasn't the strong striking one. Might have to adjust my, I think it's starting to play up. Doesn't seem to want to tighten. I might have to play around with that bolt. Yeah, there's something wrong there. I'm not liking that. Give me a sec, guys. Geez, it's one thing after another, isn't it? That's never played up before though. I might give it a little bit of a spray, a bit of loose juice, eh? We'll see what happens. Ah, dear. We'll see what happens. We'll give it a little squirt. But it's like the ratchet, whatever it is inside, is not grabbing properly. We may have a little issue here. It's like the ratchet's gone on it for some reason. I don't want the tool rest going down on me. Although that is a little bit loose, I'm wondering if it's not. No, it still feels like it's jumping around. Look, I'll keep going. I'll need to suss that out later. As long as it doesn't totally give up on me. It's not the sort of thing I carry a spare of. It didn't even give any indication that it was starting to play up, it's just gone. But I'm wondering if it's the springs maybe collapsed. I won't know until I take it apart, I think. Okay, well, as long as it doesn't fail on me altogether, because then we'll have to stop till I can get it fixed. Right, so let's start thinking about a little bit of shape. Yeah, see, it doesn't want to tighten, it'll loosen, but it doesn't want to tighten. It's just totally sliding around. So I'm going to go down to about there. And then I'm going to I mean, it's part of the lathe that you use a lot, but I can't see that it would have failed on me already because it's not that old and it hasn't had that much use that it should fail. But we'll see. So at the moment I just want to get this part here kind of roundish, not too round but round enough, but without taking too much off the thickness of the wall. sort of getting there now. Still a little noise there. Still hear it there. Gone. Come on, get out of there. That's what I want. How are we hanging in there, lads? All right? This tool rest lock's worrying me a little bit because it doesn't seem to want to tighten at all. So I hope I can get through the stream all right, fellas. Okay. Just evening up those little bevels. Okay, I'll bring it back. I hope it holds up to this tool. Keep the air handy, I think, because I think we're going to need it with this. Grey dog's moved from one room to another room. God, those streamers won't let go, aye. The air takes them off pretty quick. Ah. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit I'm going to stop the lathe and sit a knot in it so I can get an idea of how it's looking. I think that looks quite nice in there too, actually. Right, and from that I'm going to determine where I'm going to finish my handle. So let me just have a quick look. I'm thinking. I think it needs to stop around there. And even that's going to be a fairly long handle. Let me check the size of that. Oh, we can probably go a little bit more, I think. Maybe a bit there. So let me have a play with that shape now. Ugh. Set that back up there. Yeah, I need to drop this down now. I'm not very happy about that. I'm thinking it might be this handle that's actually, it might have worn the cast part. Okay, so that gives me that. Now I need to lift the handle up again, the tool rest, sorry. Not good. Not good. Right, see how we go with that. Is that high enough? Probably needs to go up a little bit. It's got no problems backing it out, it's just locking it, it's not locking it. I'd say the cast part and the handle's worn out. Okay, here we go. Let me just clear those shavings again. Cobbs, how are you, buddy? Rami, how are you, mate? Okay, so looking at that, I'm fairly happy with the shape, but I want to reduce the size of the top section a little bit. I might end up putting in the live center for a sec, just to give it a little bit of support. So for me, looking in that shot there, the top just looked too cumbersome. It looked too big for the rest of the handle. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to refine the shape on that now and make it look a little bit less top heavy. And that's really starting to look better already, just by taking that little bit off. And you'll notice I'm reducing it so it's not so curved. But I'll probably reduce the top up here slightly as well, just to blend it in a little bit more. But making that smaller in diameter will bring the brush back to looking more balanced. And I'm thinking I'm probably pretty close there now. So let's just get rid of some of this streamers, especially off the electronic gear. Steve-O, how are you, buddy? So I'm looking at that and I'm thinking that's looking better. I'll just get rid of all this. Look at it, shavings everywhere. Good after. All right, I think we're probably ready to start thinking about sanding now. What I will do though is we'll just take the sharp edges off those curves there, and I'll go in with the parting tool again as well. And then I'll be happy, I think. So just a little bit off those sharp edges, just square them out a little bit. They'll come back to a point and around anyway. It's better. So I'll just have another look, see if I need to refine anywhere. No, I think that's probably okay. Maybe a little bit there. Just to sharpen that edge up, because that'll soften once it gets sanded again anyway. And then maybe just a little bit blend in there. And I'm happy with that. So now I just drop the tool rest down. I need to get another one of these cam handles because this one is stuffed already. I can't believe that. Okay, so we'll just go in and just reduce that in there a little bit, so I can get in with the sandpaper. That'll do that. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I think it looks okay. It's a little bit different again. It's amazing how you can keep coming up with these shapes, all very just simple adjustments to the normal shape that I make, you know, and it only takes a couple of little things and it can make the brush look entirely different, or make the handle look entirely different, I should say. You like that shape, Cobbs? Got what second-hand razor? I won't see you at the flying field this weekend, Steve-o, because I've got my big SES stuff on this weekend. I've got first aid on Saturday, and then I've got participate in a rescue operation on Sunday. So this is my well, getting closer to the end. I've got to do working at heights after I get this out the way, and then storm damage as well. That'll be another weekend, but I think that's a little bit nearer the end of this month. Anyway, let me crash on here. I'm just going to slow that lathe down, bring that out a bit. No, this one I actually bought brand new. It was the big one I bought second hand, which was, well, when I say I bought it second hand, it was brand new. The guy never used it. And he was going through a separation with his wife, and his wife made him sell it, so I bought it. So the big one was brand new, but I got it second hand price. But this one was bought brand new. This one was about, when I bought this one, it was about $2,500 for this one. I've had it a while, but it's not had a terrible lot of use, to be honest, and the use that it gets is fairly light use. So I think it's just, this is like a cast handle, and I think what's happened is the lugs inside, I think the lugs have stripped in that one direction, which is the locking direction. It works going back the other way, it just doesn't work to lock it now. So I've got fears of the tool rest dropping down when I'm cutting something. So I'll need to get it sorted pretty quickly. Unless, see the other one, I think the other ones on my other lathe are different. It's more a big heavy industrial one, my other lathe. Yeah, mate, no worries. Whenever you, whenever you're free, mate, and if I'm home, well, I'm home 99% of the time anyway. Just drop in, Steve-o. You know that, mate. Anytime. Now I'll go back to 3. At least you can see what I'm doing there. So I'm just going through the grits again. So we just started with what's it, 150 grit, which is probably a little bit lower than what I probably need, or probably should go, but that's all right. Yeah, I was almost close to going down the flying field today, actually, but I didn't want to leave the dogs on their own, so I thought, no, I'll give it a miss. But it would have been a beautiful day down there today, I reckon. There was hardly any wind here all day, so I can only imagine the field would have been fairly similar. So the sound's gone all right, lads. Yep, music seems to be settled in, and yeah, I'll see. I maybe even, I don't know, see what the weather's like tomorrow. If it's all right tomorrow, I might see if I can get down tomorrow for a couple of hours and have a fly. I need to get flying. Right, I think that'll do that grit. Get on with the next one now. No, it wouldn't be under warranty, mate. I've had it longer than that, but like I said, it's only had fairly light work. It's not had heavy work put through it. But that's all right. It won't cost much for another handle. It's just a case of trying to get one. They're way over the north side of Brisbane. I'll maybe have to ring up my mate down at Beenleigh and see if he can order me a couple in. Either that or go straight to the Vic Mark up the north side and get them to send me a couple down. But what I'll do is I'll pull it off tomorrow or later on. I'll pull the handle off and I'll see exactly what's worn in it. I'll have to just get an Allen key and have a look, but I'd say it'll just be the lugs inside the cast handle that'll be worn for sure. And I'll get a couple of them because there's one on the tailstock here as well. So if I get a couple, that'll give me one spare. I think Brisbane was about 26 or 27 today. I think we were around 24 here today. Well, that's what the weather app said anyway. It felt fairly warm today here compared to what we've been having, I suppose. Okay. Must keep moving that mouse so I can't see when the music's where the tracks are, but that's it, back to normal. Yeah, paradise up here, mate, paradise up here. Beautiful one day, perfect the next. Although it'll not be that long and we'll be coming into summer and I'll be complaining about the heat. Them's the brakes. You're a shocker, Brett. I think I'm going to quite like this handle. We mixed a couple of colours in this. I just can't 100% remember which ones we used for this. I'll have to go back and watch the video. But I know we put clear in it, and I know we picked sort of lighter colours. It might have even been one of those, what do they call them now? I forget the word. Where it's got a couple of colours in it. By the way, I've got more of those too. I've got a few different colours now in that, so we'll be having another play with some new powders again sometime soon. It's got a few subtle colours in it, but a lot of transparency in it as well, which I'm liking. I think it's going to look quite nice. I'm just going to go around these now a little bit, tidy them up. Keep putting all these detail bits into brushes, and it just gives me more sanding, but it makes the brushes, doesn't it? Okay, that'll do that one. I'll spend a bit of time with 1000 grit with the wet when we get to that, so I've got another two grits to go yet. Is that view alright for you lads? I might change to that one for a little while. See if you see anything different. So we're getting closer to the weekend, fellas. You've got anything planned for the weekend? Yes, you Brett, you Brett. Well, we might have to cast a special green one for you, mate, in the next casting live, eh? Because I have got some nice new greens, so we'll need to try them. How does that sound? That keep you happy? Okay, last sandpaper, and then we'll go to the wet 1000 grit, and then we'll go micro mesh. Hopefully a little hit on the buffer, not like the issue we had on Tuesday night. Hopefully. How's the little fella, Steve? Is he watching the stream with you, is he? Oh well, you seem to work long hours, Brett, so you deserve to treat yourself every now and again, mate. Just call me an enabler. Aye. Well, somebody's got to do it, eh? There's enough enablers available in the wet shaving industry, isn't there? or hobby I should say, in the interest hobby. There's plenty of enablers out there. Alright, that's the last grit. Those sandpapers can go in the bin. Just want to get a nice piece of... well, I didn't clean my water, but that's alright, should be okay. I suppose I should put you to that shot for this, shouldn't I? So you see how we've got that whiter, lighter section on the top where the knot sits? Yeah, you're not wrong there, Razor. Plenty of enablers in there, plenty of enablers in the Facebook group as well. TAWSA, I think it's called, TWAS. There's plenty of them in there too. Alright, we'll now go to the grits. I'm still persevering with these falling apart ones because they're still cutting nicely, it's just pads are falling off. So it's a shame to throw them in the bin when they're still very usable. As you can see there, they're still cutting up plenty of material. It's just I've got to keep fart arsing around with them. So I might just stop that. And I'll give this a little bit of a rub up, just by hand, just so we make sure we're eliminating any risk of lines in there. I think this is going to be quite impressive when it's turned. It's very pale and light in colour, but geez, I'll tell you what, it's a different look. colours are not sort of vibrant, vivid in your face, but there's a lot of clear in there. So it's going to add a lot of depth to the handle, but not bright in your face colour. Not that there's much wrong with having a lot of colour. I quite like having a lot of colour sometimes, but you know, not everybody likes it. So it's nice to have variety. Okay, that's the first one out the way. Grey Dog's being very quiet tonight. Are you just letting them all rant on, Grey Dog? So what in the hell am I going to call this one? Aye? Yes mate, the worn cam handle. I'll need to either modify it myself or go and get another couple of handles, that's all. It's no big deal. I just hope that it doesn't fail me before completely before finishing the handle, mate. But we'll see how we go. I can't have another night not finishing a handle. I didn't finish the one on Tuesday night in the stream, unfortunately, with the scratches, fine scratches, so I redone that one. And I put pictures up on, for those that weren't in the stream earlier, I put pictures of those ones up on, or that particular brush from Tuesday night stream. I put pictures up on Instagram and also on our Facebook page if you want to have a look at it. It turned out quite nice. It is dark. I was thinking of calling it dark and sinister or something like that. It is dark, but if you hold it in the hand and there's light anywhere, it doesn't matter whether it's outside light, internal light, whatever, the colours just come out. And it's all sort of transparent, but dark. It's got that dark look to it, you know. But it's lovely. And somewhere soon I'll have to get some of those new brushes up on the website, because I've got a few brushes there that I haven't got up on the website yet. So and a few on the website are sold, so I'll need to start taking them down, take them off the website. No need to have them up there when I haven't got them. The dreaded blue smoke. It's actually starting to the colour's starting to come out in it a little bit more now that we're getting down to the finer grits. I'm quite impressed with it actually. It's nice, but it's different, but it's nice. And the colours, as we get down further down into the handle, the colours are actually deepening, and it's really getting that 3D look, because we've got swirls in it, but there's a lot of clear, but not enough clear that that you can see through it, but it sort of adds to the colours and gives it a little bit of dimension. So I'm quite pleased with the way it's turned out, and I think the other one will be nice too. So that'll be another one that will turn in a stream soon. Some of those other ones, we've got that really dark purpley, the dark one with the purple and the wildfire or whatever it was called. I'll be keen to see how that one turns out. That should look quite nice as well, I reckon. This one's going to look very nice, I think. We just have to be very selective in what synthetic we put in it, just to make it look right. So like I said, it will be, the boss knot would be too dark, so I think either the cashmere, the snow leopard, even the snow leopard's dark on top, so that might not look quite right as well, but the timber wolf should look okay with it, because it's grey, and the grey and blues normally go together okay. So cashmere being, you know, that off-white sort of colour. boy oh boy, I'll tell you what, it is, each grit I'm getting down now, and it's coming nice, it's coming into its own. I'm liking it. The blue in it's actually starting to pop a little bit. It's starting to get more electric-y looking, the blue. The more I'm going through these grits, because we're almost on, well, this is the second last one now. Yeah, you're starting to see it more in the camera now too, that sort of blue. Yeah, I'm really liking this. It's amazing what you can do, you know, with the resins when you start playing around with the colours and clears and tints and, you know, and it's all experimental, you know, but I don't note anything down. Like some casters note their mixes and stuff. I tend not to do that because I don't ever want to repeat. I mean, there has been a couple where I've wanted to repeat, so I have taken notes on what powders I've mixed, what colours, how much resin. But I don't like doing it. It's just something else to do, but I like to different things all the time. So that's why I play around with a lot of different casts and colours, and you know, I like them all to be different. I'm not into this making heaps and heaps of them. You know, like I know I've done the group buy for P&C. I've done that a couple of times, and you know, the first time we done, well, I forget how many it was now, 20 odd or 30 brushes, and you want them all to look fairly close. But I much prefer just casting things and experiment with them and then seeing how they turn out. And a lot of the time I have a lot of success. Occasionally you'll get one and you think, oh yeah, that's pretty ordinary. But the majority of the time I get a lot of success, and I like that. I like them all to be different. Yeah, it'll be a silver coin probably, but I might wait and see when I can have a better look at this and it's dry, and I might have a better look, because it would lend itself to no coin as well, I think. I think the bottom of it's going to look quite nice, but you know, there's no going back once you put the knot in it. I mean, it's too hard to go back and put a coin in once the knot's in, so it's easy to do it before the knot goes in if you're going to put one in. But yeah, the silver, I think the antique silver would be the one to go in this. The copper wouldn't, the antique brass wouldn't look right, but the antique silver would look okay. And I think that'll do it. So that's the last one of them. So we'll just give it a little bit of a dry off with a clean bit of towel. I'll get rid of the water for now. And I'll just spin the water off that. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Sanding looks okay. So we'll get it to the buffer. Oh, well, we've got to turn it around and part it all off and decide whether we're going to put a coin in first anyway, but we'll get that out of there now. And we'll get rid of that chuck. We'll get set up for the big one. And we'll put it back in. See how that is. That should do it. Now, let's see if we can get this to tighten up. Oh, it's down anyway, so that's good. As long as it holds together for me. Take it in a little bit more. And we'll bring up the tailstock. Just a little bit of security there. Okay, let's part it off. So we'll speed up the lathe a little bit. And shavings are annoying because you can't see what you're doing, and in tight areas like this you need to see what you're doing. There we go. So not much waste, off that one. There's only about 13 mil or something off the bottom. Okay, we'll move this back. We'll turn this around. It's a bugger that's not working. See, I can't tighten it, so it's worn that way. The other way is okay. I can loosen it, no problems. I just can't tighten it. I tend to be a little bit heavy-handed when I'm tightening them up too. They probably just need nipped up, so it's maybe been me that's actually caused it as well. Okay, I think that should be okay. We'll just stop that and I'll stick my little rule on it and just check that we've got enough hollow there. Yep, more than enough hollow. I'm thinking we will put a coin in it, and I'm thinking we'll go with the antique silver. So we'll need the 25mm hole saw. Slow it down. Advance it nice and slowly. And we probably will see the edge of the coin in the bottom, but it's not going to be sort of in your face too much. So I'll set that on 0. There we're touching. And I'll go in about 4. I'm thinking about there. Okay, and we'll take that out now. Get that out the way, I suppose. And now I can go in and sand that a little bit. I am just going to take that sharp edge off though. I want that to be a bit rounded. What's that, grey dog? Yeah, well, it leaves me just a little bit to sand. It just leaves that little ring around the edge, so we'll see how we go. But I'm happy with the sanding on this one straight up. I mean, it's smooth. I can't see any scratches, so it's a little bit, I don't know why we ended up, I must have done something different last night to what I normally do with the main sanding part, because the scratches were still pretty bad in it for whatever reason. And I mean, I pretty much stick to the same process. I think last night I did change something though. I did change, I think it was in the sandpaper grits I changed something, and I think that's maybe what's throwing it. I'm not sure. I'd have to, again, watch the video completely through to see what I'd done. But this one's came up like how they've been coming up, so I'm happy with that. So what I'll do is I'll once I finish this, I can take it over to the buffer. We'll give it a little bit of a buff. Well, you know, the other thing it could be, Grey Dog, is it could have been the darker colours as well, because like most of the stuff I do is normally fairly colourful. But that brush was kind of black and dull, you know, like until it, like I said, once it gets in the light, that's when it picks up the colours. Black's always a hard colour. I've always found black to be a hard colour to totally eliminate scratches in. And that's why I'd never have a black car. They're harder to keep clean, and if you get a scratch in it, you know, it stands out like the old proverbial, you know. So it could be because of the colour as well, but when I went round again, it sort of fixed it up, so I really don't know. Because I mean, what I done the second time was basically what I done the first time, you know. But I think there was one point where I changed grits or something, sanding grits, and I didn't. I think it was when I was blending the bottom back in. I think we had a little mark there in the resin, and I think that's when it changed. If I was to watch the video back, that would probably explain that. That's what I'm thinking anyway. That's the only part that I can think that I really changed from normal. Okay, I think that'll do that. So again, my little cloth here, nice and slowly does it. Just to dry it off. Okay, well, I mean, looking at this, I'm happy with that. It's really flat, I can't see any lines in it, so really taking it to the buffer should really just be putting the shine on it, hopefully. So, did I finish my coffee? Yes, I did. That's good. Okay, guys, I'll just put my little thing up, and I'll cut my sound, and I'll go to the buffer, and I'll be back in 2 secs, eh? I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. Just check that music there. And we'll go back to get back onto the chat there. No problems, Brett. Look, there it is, mate, just for you. Let me just change to camera 2. There's a close-up. Just before you go, mate. You drive safely, take care, buddy. Oh, she's pretty shiny now, mate. She's pretty shiny now, let me tell you. I'll just get my polish out though. We will give it a tiny little touch up. I'll get a clean paper towel as well. I'm not going to put a lot on. So a little bit of this polish first, and then we'll hit it with the Plastex. And we'll just slow that down, turn it on. So just very lightly work the polish in. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Right, okay. A little bit Plastex. More came out than I was hoping would come out. Now we'll just work that around the blank as well. Music's a little bit low there. Where are we? That's probably better. Oh, probably still a little bit low. Yeah, it's good stuff, the old Plastex. I've been using it for a long time now. I originally started using it for the car, but I've moved on to other ones for the car now, and but I keep this going for my brushes because I just find it just puts that touch onto them, you know. And if you put it on with, if you're using it to, you know, polish up your shaving brushes, get a microfiber cloth and just use it with a microfiber cloth. It's absolutely brilliant. So put it on with a microfiber and just rub it in your hands, and then buff it off with a dry microfiber. And the shine you can get off it just by hand is pretty amazing. So now I'll just turn it up a little bit. Got another clean bit of towel. Oh guys, I'm pretty happy with that. Let me tell you. Okay, I'll just set that aside for now. I'll get rid of that cup. So I've got somewhere clean to sit it, and a bit of paper so it doesn't get marked. And I'll take that shuck off now because that's us finished with that. So we're a bit over 2 hours tonight. By the time we get totally finished, it'll probably be 2.5 again. Put that on out the way. This thing's giving me the willies. Get my glue board, my waterproof board. As Brett calls it. Right, and want my epoxy. I need a coin. Where do I put my coins? There they are. Medallion. That's my coin, and I need a mixing stick. So just let me go over here and grab one of them. Oh, it's not in there, it's in this one. I've got all my supplies in now. I've got all my plastic cups stocked back up. And more powders. Now the name I was looking for is interference colours. It's a mix of colours, but it's what they call interference. So they're light colours, nice colours, but they're light in colour. But the one powder generates the two colours, and that's what we used in this one, along with clear. And I'm looking at it and I'm stunned. It looks really nice. So we'll get this glued up. So you can see it. We'll do enough for the knot as well. And I'll set that there out the way. Should go to camera 3 for this now. That'll do it for the epoxy, and I'll maybe just zoom out a little touch on this so you can see what's going on. So there's the coin. Get rid of this out the way. We'll grab the handle so we've got that close by. Mix the epoxy. Music's a little bit loud, that'll do it. Okay, now we're going to whack a little bit in here. So just pushing it out to the edges, but not too much. That should do that. So we'll just slide it over and let it drop in. And that's below the surface there, so we've done well. A little bit of glue oozing out, not much though, so we'll wipe that in a tick. There you go. TF Custom. Now what knot are we going to go with, guys? The Cashmere or the Timberwolf? What do you reckon? I quite like that. I quite like that. Let me get that glue off the bottom. So that's the Timberwolf. I think the Cashmere was a little bit tight actually. Oh no, it was alright. There's the Cashmere. That looks quite nice as well. That's the Cashmere. And then we've got the Snow Leopard. I'm thinking the T-Man, how are you, buddy? I'm thinking the Timberwolf, but yeah, Razor's saying Timberwolf. That's not too bad. I don't mind that either. I thought the Snow Leopard might have looked a little bit strange in it, but yeah, not too bad. But I really think the Timberwolf with the grey and the blue seem to just sit nice with me. Yeah, we'll go with that one. So I'll just rough that up very quickly. Timberwolf it is. Okay, so I'm just going to give that coin a little bit of a wipe round with a little bit of methylated spirits before it sets. There's only the tiniest amount, but we'll get it off now. Okay. Yeah, antique silver is the coin in the bottom. Now we'll put the rest of this epoxy in for the knot now. So fill up the hole in the bottom there, push it out around. Make sure we get the whole bottom covered and slightly up the sides, without putting too much in so we end up with ooze out, you know. Want enough in there but not over the top. And I'm thinking that'll probably be enough. What I've got left on the stick I'll put on the bottom. Just off camera there, but I'll be coming back into shot shortly. And then I'll just get rid of the leftover. And that's that till next time, and in we go. Oh boy, I'm liking that. That looks stunning. It really does. Check the coin on the bottom again, make sure we're totally clean. I'll actually get a clean paper towel. I'll just give it a tiny little rub up again with a little bit of meths, and then I'll give it a hand polish later on. Done. There we go, fellas. Another TF Custom Shaving Brushes brush. Finito completo. We'll have to fix that problem with the lathe one way or another until I can get a replacement one. Just get rid of these tiles in the bin here. Done there. So I'll just move that into there out the way for now. And we've probably dropped a little bit of numbers now, but sorry, that side. TF Custom Shaving Brushes. If there's anybody in the stream that hasn't subscribed, please subscribe. We'd much appreciate it. And click the little bell and you'll get notified when I put up any new videos or when I've got a live scheduled in. You'll be notified as to when they come up. If you've got the time to watch them, you can. If not, it doesn't matter, you can get the next one. So yeah, but please subscribe. The more the merrier. We're getting a few regulars in here and we get a nice bit of chat happening, all things shaving. You get to see brushes getting made on the in the stream as well. So there we have it. Now I'm just going to switch to camera 2 for you, and I'll give you a bit of a close-up of this one. It looks stunning, it really does. So there we go. Let me get in the right position for this one. There you go, fellas. Really is nice, aye. The lights are blowing it out a little bit as well, so be sure to have a look at the photograph I put up and the little 30-second video clip that I put up later on. Have a look, because I think once I get it in the light tent, and I do the little 30-second video clip, I think you'll get a better look at the colours and how electric that blue is inside the handle. You're not getting a true feel for it there because there's too much light blowing it out, but in the 30-second clip you will see it better. Alright, and then if I go to camera 3 and just let you see a different viewpoint in that one, there's the brush there. Let me get it in position for you. So you can see that blue there if the camera focuses, and you can see the transparency in it. And there's a fair bit of colour in the bottom there. I'm just trying to see if I can get it in the right position and turn it with a light so that you can see the colour properly. But it's very nice, very nice. Anyway fellas, that's me almost done here guys, so I'm going to cut the stream. That's 2 hours 20, that's not too bad. I've enjoyed having yous in again fellas, so it's always good having yous in here. And we've got a nice brush tonight. I'm pleased that I managed to get one, I'm pleased to manage, get on the right camera. I'm pleased that I managed to get one finished tonight because I was a little bit disappointed I didn't get the one finished on Tuesday night. But anyways, I've put photographs up on YouTube and Instagram of that one. You can go and have a look at that one. You'll see the colours better in it. And I'll do the same with this one, and you'll get to see this one in, you know, in proper colour in the light tent, hopefully. Hopefully the light tent doesn't blow the colours out as well. And I'll post it up onto Instagram, and it'll also be on my Facebook page as well, TF Custom Shaving Brushes. So that's a 26mm Timberwolf in there, absolutely soft as anything. It's probably even softer than my tuxedos, I'd say. It's lovely, lovely, lovely. And then there's the coin in the bottom. Let me go to 2. So there's the coin in the bottom, fellas. You can see that there. Nice and shiny in the bottom. No rings, no sanding marks anywhere. It's come up really nice. There you go. Anyway, enough of that rubbish. Like I said, fellas, thanks for dropping in again. Very much appreciated. I enjoy your company. I enjoy making things on the lathe. I'll have to think up something new for when's our next one? Sunday. I'll be a little bit disorganised though because I've got 2 full days with the SES, so it may have to just be another brush handle for now until I've get that out of the way, and then I can look at doing some other stuff. So until then guys, you take care, stay safe, don't do nothing I wouldn't do, and we'll catch you next time. Cheers. See you fellas.